Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Detroit Pistons video for you. Saddiq Bey has been absolutely tearing up the league, and they just got a bunch of players back from health and safety protocols. So welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But man, the Detroit Pistons, they've won 2 straight basketball games right now to put themselves at 7-28 on the season. A nail-biter win against the San Antonio Spurs, and then a win on the road last night against a healthy, almost a fully healthy Milwaukee Bucks team. They had Drew Holiday, they had Chris Middleton, they had Giannis Antetokounmpo. They had all of the pieces that they really needed to win this basketball game, and Detroit took care of them on the road for only their 3rd road win. So, you know, you guys know me. If you guys know this channel, if you guys have been subscribed for a while, you know I used to live just outside of Detroit, and I got nothing but love for the city. And for some reason, they just constantly get disrespected in the NBA media, just by fans, just by like avid NBA supporters. Like the Detroit Pistons get clowned way too much, and I honestly don't really understand it. They have a lot of talent. Saddiq Bey has been going absolutely off in the last like 15 games. Got his shooting back up because he started the season just shooting oh man, he was shooting so, there's no point in sugarcoating it. He sucked to start the season. Like the first 15 games, he could not find his shot. You could tell he was going through some confidence issues, and you know now he's finally turned that around. I shouldn't even say finally turned it around. That sounds kind of rude. He's only in his 2nd year. Probably would have broke the rookie 3-point record last year if we weren't in a condensed season. And last night he dropped a career high 8 threes and then 34 points with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. But with Saddiq, I'm honestly more improved with just the all-aroundness to his game. I feel like he has really made a lot of strides. When he first came into the league, there was kind of this misconception around Saddiq that he was only a 3-point shooter. Goes out last season, has a great rookie year, is like the 2nd best player on the Pistons last year in his rookie year, which speaks volumes. Kind of also goes to show you that Detroit Pistons are in year 2 of a rebuild. But with Saddiq, he's getting to the rim more. His decision making has been a lot more improved, and he also has a post-up game. When he's got the right defender on him and he goes down into that post and he backs him up, he can make it happen. I mean, he can make it happen at 6'9". He's a big guy. So using your physicality to your advantage, that is certainly a good sign. But with Saddiq, man, we'll talk about him a little later on in the video. He's just really, really impressing me right now. Cunningham, obviously, man, last night was his first game back from health and safety protocols. Real quick, they're still missing Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart. Hopefully he's back for their next game, which I believe is tonight. No, I don't think it's tonight. They're just coming off a back-to-back, so yeah, I don't think the Detroit Pistons play tonight, but maybe Wednesday, their next game. I'm really hoping Isaiah Stewart can go because, I mean, last night they literally, first off, Jeremy Grant's still out. So they're winning basketball games without Jeremy Grant. I mean, that says a lot. I think that kind of shows you, I think ever since Jeremy Grant went down and Saddiq Bey, who was already playing well with Jeremy Grant there, who's now playing even better with Jeremy Grant out, I honestly think the Detroit Pistons trade him at some point in this season. Probably a little closer to the trade deadline, but I honestly see the Detroit Pistons trading away Jeremy Grant. But let's talk about Cunningham, because, man, he's just getting started. I mean, the whole Detroit Pistons roster is just getting started. But with Cade last night, first game back from protocols, he had a huge, it wasn't really like a dagger 3, because Milwaukee still was kind of scoring there at the end of the 4th, but kind of almost a dagger 3 last night. He just picked up right where he left off last night. 19 points. First off, team high plus 13. But he had 9 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 8 of 15 from the field, and then 3 of 7 from downtown. Cunningham, I think, is well on his way to winning Rookie of the Year. I mean, I know that right now you've got guys like Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley ranked ahead of him. But I honestly think when the season is over, when it's all said and done, if Cade doesn't win Rookie of the Year, which I think he will, I think it'll be clear that Cunningham might be the most well-rounded rookie in that class, because that man can hoop. But I also like what I'm seeing in kind of their, not reserved unit, but Hamidou Diallo Last night had another really solid game, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, but especially Josh Jackson. I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Josh Jackson right now, and he started off the year just super meh. You know, there wasn't really anything about him. I felt like that was moving the needle, but there also wasn't anything that was like screwing him over, like making me think, you know, he's struggling. So with Josh Jackson to start the season, I just didn't see kind of that same tenacity show up in the stat sheet as it did at times last year. 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 7 from downtown, 24 points and 5 rebounds, plus 8 for the second team high. And he came off the bench and he played 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, he dropped 24 points in 20 minutes with 5 threes. He pretty much had the dagger there at the end of the basketball game, but scored like 10 points in the second quarter. I mean, Josh Jackson last night, huge reason they won the basketball game. Huge reason they were able to maintain the lead in last night's basketball game and get the lead in general. Josh Jackson, I really like what they have there. Luca Garza, really intriguing player because, you know, you guys know I'm from the Midwest here. I'm a Bulls fan. So a bunch of my buddies went to Iowa. A bunch of my buddies saw Luca Garza play throughout college. And so last night, you know, nothing too crazy on that stat sheet like he did the other night, but I like Luca Garza. He's making a lot of mistakes, you know, as a lot of rookies do. You know, he'll make a lot of defensive mistakes, especially. Offensively, he's a little more well-rounded. Absolutely went off at Iowa offensively. But defensively, you know, you could tell there were some issues. You know, whenever he plays, you can kind of pinpoint a couple issues where it's, I mean, that's basically why he's playing like 15 with Trey Lyles coming back in that starting lineup because, you know, there are some rotations where it's like, dude, you need to give help. Like someone will get a mismatch and just like, imagine Giannis gets a mismatch and just start backing down, let's say like Killian Hayes. Luca Garza, whoever the hell he's guarding, if they go snake out to the 3, Luca's fouled. And it's like, no, you're the only big man on the court. Just please give some help for a second. And then, you know, Killian can go switch. Little project piece, but I think everyone was kind of expecting that. So when you get him in the second round, you're not really expecting a guy to go off for like 20 and 10 every night. Lastly, Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is really, really interesting. You know, he was a really intriguing player to me coming out of his rookie season, which obviously was held very short, not only because of the condensed season, but also just because of an injury. So he only played a couple, like 20 games last year, so I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I still am. But last night is just kind of another dud. 5 points, 4 assists, 24 minutes. You know, he's shooting 35% from the field on the season and on his career. He's less than a 30% three-point shooter for his career. But keep in mind, he's only played, like 50 games in his NBA career? Maybe at the absolute max 60. So I'm still waiting for him, but I think right now, my prediction for Killian Hayes is I think he's going to be more of like a bench, six-man type of player where, you know, he can come in and start. He could even close games, but in this next coming offseason, I don't know what Troy Weaver's going to do. I don't know if he's going to look to the draft to get another guard because it is a nice guard draft, or if they're going to explore free agency, or if they're going to go another year of Killian Hayes. But I think we're starting to get to that point where if he doesn't turn the switch at any point consistently this season, I would definitely start exploring some other options. But that's just me. I don't know what you guys think. You know, especially Pistons fans. I would love to hear what Pistons fans have to say about Killian Hayes long term. But that's it for today, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's actually see when the Pistons play the next, because I know they're playing the Hornets. That's tomorrow. They play the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow night on the road. Hopefully they can get that win and get to 3 straight wins, put them at 8-28. So that's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.